What's going on, guys, and welcome to FALhunter. My name's Chris, this is Tom, and we got trout floating around here. He'll be doing trout things. But today we're going to have a little campfire talk.
The good old campfire talks.
Yeah. What
are we talking about?
This is a good one. This is a very controversial one. Year after year, we see it time and time again. But we are talking about refuge hunting.
The refuge hunting, yeah. Basically, the common courtesy that no one uses anymore on hunting, on not just hunting, just everyday life. Just use common courtesy and respect in everyday life, and please bring it on over to hunting as well.
So, I mean, we'll be talking about a few topics here, I think, as far as little things that get under my skin and other people's, I'm sure.
Yep.
So let's start it off. Sky busting.
Sky busting. So, don't do it, please.
Yeah, don't.
One of the main reasons everybody knows it's an issue, first off, we see it. Second off, you see the brand new hunters who just started hunting, and they're coming to a duck hunt with an extra full choke and 3.5-inch BBs for teal.
Yeah, for a teal shoot. Well, and just because the duck comes over the top of you at 60, 65, 100 yards high, doesn't mean you have to shoot at it.
Shoot it if it's working you and coming into work. I mean, don't a flyby really high. You don't have to shoot at. Just because it went over your head doesn't mean it's your bird to shoot at.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you're doing two things. Either you're completely missing the bird and you're educating him, or you might be hitting the bird and that bird's gonna fly miles and then land somewhere and
then die.
And
you're not going to get it anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to recover it. So why pull the trigger to begin with?
No.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I know what you guys don't. I know part of your guys' issue is you're seeing these birds and thinking that's going to be your only shot. But I promise every one of you, if randomly I could snap my finger and have every single person start following that rule, not the sky bus, and only shoot your working birds, I promise you every single person in that refuge is going to shoot better that day.
Yeah.
They're going to get more birds. You're going to get more birds to commit. The reason being is you just shot that bird 80 yards up, and you just taught the birds behind it that you didn't see that were coming in to commit to you that you're there, so they do not commit now. Mm-hmm. If you don't shoot that bird, that next bird that was planning on coming in is still going to come in.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys aren't seeing that you're missing. You're educating those birds not to come down, not to land with anybody, and to keep on going. Yeah. So if everyone stops shooting at those birds, you're going to get your birds to come in.
Just learn how to hunt, period. Take the time to learn how to hunt. I mean, we've all done it, And yeah, it gets frustrating at times, but just take the time to learn how to hunt and get those birds in close.
So basically, let them work.
Yeah, and I mean, that goes into our next topic is, okay, letting birds work, for one, but let birds work and don't shoot on somebody else's swing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, you didn't sky bust them, but you shot them as they were swinging somebody else.
Shoot your birds.
Exactly.
And shoot your birds that are working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let them all work, and you're all going to shoot better.
It's like nothing is more frustrating than calling birds down, working them into your decoys, only to have the guy who set up very close to you try to shoot them on the swing because after you've done all the work. I mean, it's extremely frustrating. It's irritating.
And everyone's hunt's going to suffer because now what do you think that hunter's going to do when your got birds working?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those deals to where, shoot the birds that are coming into you.
Shoot the working birds. Let them work, because if they're not working, they're not going to land anyways. They're not trying to land. So all you're doing is making that bird smarter by shooting at it. So don't make the bird smarter.
Yeah.
Only shoot the ones that are working.
And working you.
And everybody's going to have a better hunt for it, I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you. At the end of the day, you will end up with more birds that day rather than you shooting at 100-yard birds up in the air.
Yeah. So then let's talk about crowding in. We've all had it happen. When you go out to a spot and you pick your spot on the refuge, that's your deal. Obviously, you can pick up and move and this and that, but don't crowd in on guys just because they're killing birds and you're not. It's it's a huge lack of respect.
Yep.
And common courtesy and all that kind of stuff. You know, I like to stay at least the bare minimum 150 yards away from another hunter.
Yeah.
At the minimum. And
you know, to be honest too, I mean, it's hard, especially when the refugees get packed. But I mean, to be honest, I would rather hunt a bad spot with no one around me than a mediocre spot with a bunch of people around me. I'd rather have my own little section out there.
Oh, absolutely.
That way there's no confusion. There's birds just working you. You get your opportunity to call in these birds, and that's it. So just, I mean, like, so basically what I'm getting at is that's not the only spot. Go take a spot that you don't think is as good. But if you're there on your own, you have a much better shot of getting those birds to work you and commit to your stuff.
Yeah, when I'm on a refuge, I try to isolate myself to the best of my abilities.
Yep. And you know, so crowding in on something, it happens by accident sometimes. We're not saying we're all perfect. None of us are perfect. And it does happen. I mean, you might not see somebody, and maybe the person who's sitting there just didn't speak up. But if you realize that you had set up on someone by accident and it becomes of light, just do the right thing and pack up and go. And just pack up and move over some.
It's always good. It's always a good thing to have a flashlight out there in the morning. Yep. That way you can, you let
somebody know.
Yeah, let people know where you're at.
And again, if it happens, if no one let you know you were there or something or whatever,
mistakes
just pack
happen.
up. I mean, because you're both not going to have a good hunt at all if you're both 2 feet from each other. You're both going to be shooting at random birds. You're going to try to take the first shot before that guy, and it's just not going to work out good for you. Yeah, exactly. Do the right thing. You messed up. Everyone knows you messed up. You know you messed up. Do the right thing and get up. And you know what? You picking up your decoys is showing that person you apologize. You don't need to yell, "I'm sorry." If he witnesses you picking up and moving, he's gonna go, "Oh, dude, that dude is a top-notch guy." He realized he messed up, and you know what? Whatever. My hunt's not starting for the next hour until he gets out of here, but I'm glad because now we could both have a good hunt.
Yep, exactly.
After that happens, so pack your stuff up and just do the right thing. You messed up.
Yeah.
Know you're the one who went there after he'd set up, and just pack up and move on away. Like we said, at least 150 yards.
And that goes into a first come first serve type deal on the refuge. This is public land. Nobody has a designated spot. It is all first come first serve. So if somebody beats you out to your spot, it is what it is. That's just how it works. Have a plan A, have a plan B, have a plan C. That way, if somebody's in the original area that you had planned on setting up, you have a backup plan. Don't try to bully them out of the pond. Just take it for what it's worth.
It's public. It's everybody's spot. And they beat you to that spot that day, so that's their spot.
Yeah.
For the day. Beat them the next day. But that day, make sure you use one of your backup plans.
And so then, I don't know. We're going to bring up the topic of stealing birds. And
I don't even know if we know the proper rules on it. It's more of you have to be in the moment to realize it.
Yeah.
Trout just abandoned us.
Yeah, that's Trout doing Trout things right there. He said, "Nah, I'm done with these campfire talks. I'm going inside."
So it's more. We'll go over some, but it's you know what the right move is when you're out there in the right move. There's so many different plays that could happen with this for you considered that you're stealing a bird, someone else stole your bird.
Yeah.
But just if you feel that was his bird, give it to him. Give him his bird. I've done that before. Matter of fact, I've shot the bird knowing it was his bird, but I didn't feel he was going to be able to get to it in time before it swam away and completely was gone.
Yeah.
So I actually shot. It swam into my spread. It literally was in my spread about 10 yards in front of me. And the guy was probably 120 yards away treading through water. He wasn't getting to this bird. Yeah. So I shot it. I put it on land and literally told dude, "I'll get you your bird after we're done hunting." And I walked it over to him, gave it to him. The guy said thanks.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things. Like, if somebody shoots a bird and it sails 200 yards, don't be that guy to go out there and run out and grab that bird and throw it on your strap just because the only thing that you care about is taking a picture at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're not out there for the right reasons.
No, exactly. Yeah, you're completely out there for the wrong reasons if that's your mindset on it. Another one is spot burning. Okay, so here in California we have a lot of duck hunters, and with social media and all this kind of stuff, if you have a good day at a refuge or in a particular spot, there is no need for everybody and their mom to know about it. You know, if you had a good day, good, congratulations. I'm glad you got into some birds. I don't need to know. Like, I don't need to know exactly what refuge you hunted. I don't need to know what pond or what blind you chose or this and that. Like, the issue with people telling other people or telling the internet on where they killed ducks is that next week, that place is going to be flooded up because you went and ran your mouth the week prior.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And this especially partakes too if your buddy brings you out to a spot that he thought you were going to keep quiet. It's not okay to go talk about that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Afterwards. But yeah, if you bring it up spots on social media, just keep in mind that whether it be a public spot, private, whatever, that might be somebody else's secret spot that they love and they want to hunt it. They hunt it quite often.
Yeah,
and you just bring it up. Maybe that was your one time you were ever going to hunt that spot. You just burn that dude's spot. And
yeah, just keep it to yourself.
it's all about the same thing: common courtesy and respect. If that was your spot that you like to hunt all the time, that not very many people hunted,
that's your tule patch. That's your, you know,
yeah, and someone else came and hunted it one day because they beat
Yeah.
you to it or whatever. I mean, would you want them to go talk about that spot and tell social media that was a great spot and everything? Just keep it to yourself. Show people how you did for the day.
Yeah.
Show them your birds if that's what you want to do, but you don't need to go putting on social media the exact spot. Here's the X.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing any of that.
This is the X. These are the GPS coordinates.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Just keep in mind that might be somebody else's spot that they've been hunting for 15 years and they love that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even a really popular spot. Just happened bang that day you were there. That you might have just ruined their spot for no reason. Maybe it's not even that good of a spot. Maybe they just liked it.
If you find a good spot, cool. I don't need to know about it. You don't need to know about it. You know, that's just how it goes. So, I don't know. What are some of the other things that kind of
control your dogs when you go out hunting? Yeah. I've noticed.
Control.
Yeah, I've noticed too much that people. Not that a lot. I mean, I'm gonna be the first to say. I mean, my dog's not as well trained as I would like him to be. He's trained just enough, but I know that going into the hunt. I take in consideration. I have a shot collar on my dog all the time. Not that I like using my dog. My dog's a family dog. My 1 and 3 year old climb all over him. They love him. He sleeps on my bed every night. I mean, so I don't like shocking him, but I don't shock. I shock him it's a desperation move. When I lose control of my dog, I get the control back by hitting.
Have to.
He knows to come back, or he knows whatever happened. That's my leash. I have a leash, and on top of it, knowing my dog isn't as well trained as there are other dogs out there, I bring a leash with me. I don't leash my dog the whole way. I have a leash in my blind bag, in my backpack, and I let him loose leash everywhere. And as soon as I see 100, 200 yards in front of me walking, and we're gonna cross, and I see his dogs running around all crazy, I call my dog back, put a leash on him. Mm-hmm. I leash him until I get past that hunter. Once I get past the hunter, I unleash him, let him go again. I mean, it's just common courtesy that I know. And my dog's fine, I'm telling you. I'm over-exaggerating it, but that's smart to over-exaggerate that my dog's not as trained as I want him to be, because now I'm taking the extra steps.
You're a realist. You understand that so it's trout. I mean, he's a GSP. He's got a whole bunch of energy. You know what I'm saying? But
so that's all I'm asking.
You realize that, and
that's all I'm asking.
Take the according steps to control it.
Yeah, and that's all we're asking is just take a little common courtesy, and you don't have to swear. No one's dog's perfect. Nobody is perfect. So knowing that there is a little error that could happen. So just take in consideration, just make sure you are aware of where your dog is at all times. Mm-hmm. And if you suspect anything's wrong, even if it's not with your dog, if you suspect that dog coming the other way could be mean or barking or aggressive, then luckily you took the extra steps and you have a leash or whatever. You have a shock collar, whatever. Or you just need to call your dog to the side, like I do quite often. Call your dog, have him sit, hold his collar, wait for that guy to pass you, which I do all the time. And like I said, my dog's not aggressive. He's not going to be barking at you. He's not going to be barking at the other dog. He's not going to be foaming from the lips. I do it anyways, just pure respect, just in case that these things are animals, that anything could happen with the animals. Something could trick. They could look at each other wrong. I don't know. But out of pure respect and to completely eliminate that factor, I have 100% control of my dog at all times. I'm not telling you guys to do that every single time. But to have some sort of other plan other than letting your dog run 300 yards up, which I've had. I've had people get out of their trucks and their dog is 200 yards in front of them barking at my dog, running around in circles with my dog, and I'm getting ready to fight this dog off because their owner is nowhere. Their dog can't even hear their owner yelling at them to get back because they had zero control of their dog.
And in reality, if it's that big of an issue, just leave your dog at home.
Yeah.
Or invest into training, one or the other. You know, like
just make sure you have some sort of plan that's not let your dog do whatever it wants to do.
Run wild and free. Yeah, exactly. You know, let's talk the whole pregame party.
The pregame party.
The pregame party.
This goes back again, just like everything. Respect. Please just have some respect for everybody.
Common courtey.
Yeah, common courtesy and respect.
You know, I mean, I'm all down for having a good time. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. But you know, when you're in the check station parking lot and it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you and your buddies are still going strong and the music's cranked and whatever, like, yes, you guys are having a good time and there's nothing wrong with having a good time, but be aware of other people around you. You know, I mean, you know, like I've got a daughter, and you know, I mean, you know, she's almost 10, and then you know, you've got young kids. We both have lives outside of that duck hunt. You know, we still have to come home and take care of responsibilities. You know, whether that's family life, whether that's work, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that 1 hour of sleep to me that I might get in my truck, it means the world to me. And not that I'm saying that's the only excuse. There's tons of excuses out there, but the whole thing is, I mean, do I not have the right to be able to sleep in my truck for an hour? If that's going to help me, especially, I mean, my thing I like to bring up all the time is I have to get some sort of sleep. I'm good if I get an hour of sleep. I just need to at least have my brain shut down, because once I wake up, I'm good to power out through the day. Reason being is because my wife's not too happy I went hunting for the day when I have a 3 and a 1 year old at home.
Yeah.
So when I get home, she tends to take it out on me and says, "You were gone all day. Bam! You're watching the kids. I'm
Dad
out."
duty.
And dad duty starts, and yet I had zero sleep the night before. And not only that, we all know we're exhausted when we get back from a long day of refuge hunting. So I am exhausted, no sleep. I tried to get some sleep, but the guy 3 trucks down from me thought that 18 trucks ahead of him had to hear his music while they were doing the hoedown right in front of his truck with lights blaring everywhere.
That's it.
I mean, but for me personally, that story, 1 hour of sleep is all it would take for me to be able to go home with enough energy, pop a little energy drink, bam, I'm ready to take care of these kids when I get home, and the wife could just ditch them off on me and go out and do her own thing. But that's just one story. Take your own stories. Do what you wish.
Yeah.
But just please have a little courtesy for that guy.
A little common courtesy and respect. It goes a long way.
We're not saying don't do it. Turn it on, but
Yeah,
it's your own bubble. You don't want someone right here in your face. You have a bubble. Listen to it, and it's just loud enough for you guys to listen to it. You don't have to have it enough for the guy 15 cars ahead of you to listen to it.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're just like all of this.
Yeah, exactly.
This common courtesy, respect. Just is, if you were in the opposite shoes, would you want that music that loud?
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about music. Any type of partying you guys happen to be doing out there, just keep it to yourselves and have fun.
Yeah,
that's what all this is about.
And I think that's one of the things that is relevant throughout every topic here that we've talked about. You know, whether it's sky busting or not crowding in on people, the partying, this and that, is common courtesy and respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just have that. You know, everybody's out there to have a good time. You know.
All right, well, that's it for the campfire talk.
Yeah, exactly.
We can put the fire out.
That's
right. That's it. We're going to bring a lot more of these campfire talks to you guys, so let us know if you guys want us to bring a topic up around the old campfire. We'll try to get Trout back. I don't know if he's trying to hold out for a bigger wage or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? He's probably sitting on the other side of that door.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to see if he's going on strike. He wants more, another week of vacation or something.
That's
I don't know
right.
what he wants.
That's right. So.
But we'll get in negotiations with old Trout, and we'll get back to you guys. You guys let us know in the comments. You guys want us to talk about another topic. Believe me, we're more than happy to talk about whatever you guys want. Just let us know.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, Tom here with FALhunter. I just wanted to say thanks for watching this video. We have a ton of new videos coming out with really good information, so please hit subscribe and like, and remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Come visit us on our website, Instagram, and Facebook, and drop us a comment below. Thanks again, guys, and see you soon.